KJ Franks, one of the most legendary, if not the greatest cornerback to ever grace the planet. A young man throughout his first 3 years in high school up until his senior season, no hype around his name. But in his 12th grade year, absolutely dominated, flipped the switch unlike anything anyone across the nation has ever seen from a player, especially at the cornerback position. A long story short, he went off to college, played for a few different programs, but ultimately locked in at the University of Oregon. Absolutely dominated, to say the least. Fast forward, KJ Franks produces KJ Franks Jr., and from Little League all the way up to college, he was raising and training this young man to be the most tenacious ball hawk to ever exist. I hate to say it, but he was better than his pop. Starting from high school, going into college, he was absolutely phenomenal. Ended up finishing his career at the Ohio State, recording one of the most outrageous seasons for a corner I've ever seen. 40 interceptions, and I believe he won the Heisman Trophy if I'm not mistaken. National champion, he did it all. Went on to the league, did great things. This bloodline is just undefeated so far. But it's been a little while. Not a lot coming from the Franks family, kind of in the shadows if you will. Going back to where things were rooted, where they started, all the way back to Delaware City. There's a young man by the name of KJ Franks, but he's the third addition to this bloodline, now a senior in high school in the playoffs. While he's in pursuit of a Delaware State championship, this young man possesses more offers than his father and his grandfather possessed at the time. But from here, I'ma let KJ3 take over. Y'all enjoy. To kick out the first round of the playoffs, as a defense, we were just trying to do everything we possibly could to just be flat out physical. And I'm trying to set the best example possible for my team, going sideline to sideline, making tackles, getting active early. But one of my biggest plays would come early in the first quarter, sniffing out this speed option, knocking the ball loose out the quarterback's hands, forcing the fumble, and we recovered. And I was on top of all of my matchups, strapping everything up to a T. And I'm talking about strapping things up to the point where I didn't think I would see the ball come my way the entire night. I knew the time for me to create a turnover was coming as well, waiting patiently for my opportunity and for this quarterback to slip up. I secured my first pick of the postseason, one-handed in stride. Tried to spin out and take it to the crib, didn't work out that way, got blown up, but overall a nasty play. But we secured a 7-point win over our rival in the playoffs the first round. We move on to the second. One of the things that I heard from a lot of college coaches that they don't like from me is my lack of physicality. So it's only right I come through like a diesel truck and smack everything moving. Their running back, he got to work first play of the game. And then early in this game as well, off-man coverage guarding a tight end, your best receiver, strapping things up sideline to sideline. Like it's round 2 of the playoffs, I'm trying to get active, physical from the line, put my hands on receivers, everything. All in the same place, shedding blocks, coming down, making tackles on my teammates' guys when they couldn't even finish the job. So I'm doing it all. Then you got guys flaring out thinking it's sweet. I'm coming downhill full speed. The second you get your head around, bang, I'm coming through smacking. Bro, I'm telling you, I was going crazy. But one of my best plays of the day wouldn't come until late in the first half. You try me on a corner route? Are you serious? I watched that ball float my way knowing that it was finna land right in my hands. I jumped that route to perfection. If there was any trait that got passed down the bloodline from my grandpops to my dad, dog, it's that ability to be a ball hawk. I'm nasty with it. One game from the state championship, we have to come to play. They came out early trying me, no sir, getting active. I don't even want these boys sniffing the dub. I'm playing to the last whistle. Up 2 scores, bottom of the fourth quarter, I'm still making plays. But with 30 seconds left at this point, only up 1 score, my dog Malik came through, big time pick to close the game out and take us home. We headed to the state championship, baby. Delaware State Championship. And off the rip, you try me. The receiver had a clean break on the ball to get upfield, but he felt my footsteps. He heard me coming downhill. I'm finna smack something, or I'm finna catch me a pick, one or the other. Usually a team doesn't try me again for a while, but to kick off the second half, bro, Pine Creek got cocky, threw my way on the out route thinking he had that step. I made the play of the day. My second one-handed pick of the postseason. I don't know what it is, but I just been going crazy with it. And after a dominating shutout performance from me and the guys, state championship secured, now it's time for me to make my big decision. The only obstacle standing in my way right now when it comes to making my college decision is I want to play. I want to be on the field early as a true freshman. I mean, but with offers flooding in every single day, I got my pick of the litter, but it's what program, what situation, what football team can I go to, make an immediate impact and also still be a part of a winning culture. I could head to my grandpa's alma mater, Oregon, the Ducks, dog. I mean, to my uniforms, crazy, everything from top to bottom. It's tailor-made. If I went there, I would be in the best position possible. Or I could head to the the Ohio State. Now this is where Pops went. He dominated, had one of the most exhilarating seasons for a defensive back ever in the history of the college game. But all in all, I just want to carry the Frank's legacy no matter where I go. But I knew for a fact I wanted to carve out my own path, and the best way to do that is to play at the highest level of college football, and that has to be in the SEC. In a team that's not known for defense, fresh out of the Big 12, newly added to the SEC, the Oklahoma Sooners, I'm locked in, baby. Let's get it. I ain't gonna lie, first practice looking a little scary. One-on-ones did not go in my favor to kick things off, but I made up for it on the back end. Anything deep or outside, I specialize in. That goes way back to high school. I was dropping picks out here and all, but I was in position to make the play. Getting physical at the line has been a focal point for me, especially being a little bit undersized. Even though I'm 6'2" with long arms, I still make mistakes in man coverage. But those little ugly mistakes might cost me. I won't be able to start day one, but I'm not far off from taking over at maybe that nickel spot. Right now, sitting at 4th on the depth chart, waiting for an opportunity to take over that 3rd, if not that 2nd spot at some point throughout the season. But I mean, I may not touch the field as a freshman. Who knows? I just got to keep working. And just like I expected, even though we have a lead, not touching the field at all in the first game of the season. Pretty disappointed, but a win is a win. Overall team success comes before my own personal happiness. But that text I've been waiting on, that opportunity I spoke about, it came just after the first game. They see the work I've been putting in. I have starter potential, and now I got to put it on display. My legacy here at OU begins now. Officially, I guess you can consider me a starter at CB3 on the depth chart. Let's get it. My first start. What we on? What we doing? Let me lock in, man. Get my game on point. It's now or never. It's time to put up or shut up. And look at the defense. Off rip, we put our offense on the 5-yard line. Let's go. Zone chuck. I never zone chuck. They always have these little indicators up. I try to follow them and do what they say, but I never really listen to them. And look at me getting burned. I come down here and somewhat press when I got a deep zone. That's why I never do that, and I give up a huge touchdown. Bruh, I got killed. That's why I don't do it. It gotta be some way to do it correctly, but that is definitely not it. Let's try this again. But our goal is to be the most technically sound DB in the Fanks family legacy. I just want to be just an absolute technician when it comes to my cornerback play. And I think with that mindset, I can catch a bunch of picks. I can be a shutdown corner. I can do all of those things. It's just, I'm going to be more locked down than anything. He just swifted out of bounds so fast. Good Lord. Them boys trying to lock in. They trying to go down and score. He throwing to the back of the end zone and it's picked off. Couldn't see what happened, but one of my dogs get a huge pick and they was in the red zone too. That could have been ugly. We got a cover one contain, 3 receivers split wide. I really don't like this look at all, but we're going to see what we can do. He going across the middle of the field. He got bumped up too. I low-key thought he was going to throw that. I was all over it, but they still get the completion. The only thing I dislike about being 3rd on the depth chart, they take me out on some certain possessions. It was 3rd and 7 on the 10-yard line and I was taken out of the game. Why? But if I'm CB1 or CB2, I'm not being taken out at all unless it's for stamina reasons. Offense went down and scored, but Houston ended up getting the field goal beforehand, so it kind of counteracted. I don't know, it just didn't play out in our favor. We take a loss here in week 2. And I'm low-key kind of hurt because one of their 2 touchdowns they scored was on me and it was just blown coverage from the jump. Trying to experiment and use all of the inputs and just mastered, all of the core, the core elements of playing corner in this game as far as mechanics wise, and I sold. Early on, I established like I did in film, Tulane got some fast and very shifty receivers. And trust me when I say I did my absolute best to keep up. But once again, in that bump and run, press man coverage continues to be my enemy. And that's crazy to say, being that that's what I'm supposed to specialize in. That's supposed to be my strong suit. And I still can't get the hang of it against these shifty receivers. But where I lacked in coverage, I made up for it with physicality, attacking the ball, getting downhill, making just plays any way I could. But then I get absolutely bombed. Literally the last possession of the game. We get the ball back, we win, and I get bombed over the top for the touchdown. But even though I screwed up, we still come away with a 1-point win on the day over Tulane. Thank you, Lord. Big time SEC matchup, undefeated Tennessee, and we at home, the crowd going crazy. We gotta lock in. We came out against Tennessee early, trying to go straight to the zone. Knew they were gonna be pass heavy, but they were still making things happen. I looked to the other side of the field. I got everything strapped on my end, but on the other, a big body receiver just rumbling down the field making noise, bro. And then they hit a big strike to their #1 receiver, who just so happened to be wearing the #1, going all the way up the seam for a touchdown just before the half. We go back down 2 scores. But no matter what transpired, I made it a point for me to be on my A game today no matter what, getting a big deflection midway through this game. But we fall short by a score to Tennessee. Defensively, we held it down in the second half, but our offense just seemed to never be able to get going. So I decided to switch the camera angle because it is like, I try my best to play on the default Road to Glory camera just to be on it, but it is just ridiculous. It's bad. Like, you can't see anything. So we do got to thug it on this camera. I actually like this one a little bit, but we playing a lot of man coverage this time around. I'm trying to lock in on that man, bro. I ain't gonna lie, because I am a man corner, so I want to focus on just my skills in that, in that department. First down, I want to go man coverage, lined up slightly inside. They go to run to the right, taking off upfield, picking up another first down. Trying to learn when to bait and not bait all the time and just play that, like have that same default play style, trying to like keep it balanced. But I got help over the top, so he don't want to launch that one, but we do get to stop. And as a matter of fact, they pick up a first. Then in these cloud flat zones, sit just outside to kind of bait it up a little bit and also still be able to make plays on the inside if I need to. They got trips on my side. The running back over here gonna sit off a little bit, but I am gonna sink just in case he runs like a little 10 and out, which is no, he's sat. Got a guy underneath. Oh my, I'm covering everything. Got to be careful. I could bait up this back corner, but I have to get back and get some depth. Yep, get back, throw it out there. I thought he was going to throw it out, and then you got other boy coming out here, but we get the sack. Great coverage downfield too. Come on now, we manned up, and I'm down here pressing him right now. Hip. Good technique, good coverage. We on that little bump and run. Come on now. Yeah, mastering this man coverage, press man, which is something I usually never do. And also mastering these zones. Can I jump this? He going deep up the field. My guy, you back there's two of y'all. Please do not. Come on. Thank you. Good coverage. Let's go. Little off man coverage here. Let me lock in. Get right on my dog. He going upfield. I thought he was going to run some kind of curl or comeback. He's scared to come my way. He know better. We up 4 points. I got to get this snap off 3rd and 3. Let's see what they ended up doing. They going upfield. Try me. I'm giving, oh my gosh, he just ran a killer comeback, but he didn't have time to get it off. Let's go. Press coverage, press man at that. I'm running with him. I'm running with my guy. I'm on his hip. Can I come down here and make this tackle? That's a big boy. I need a little help on the back end. Wasn't pretty at all. I don't even know how we managed to get ourselves in this situation, but defense held it down. But once again, another week where offense just falling short. As a unit, if we can continue to play like this and then offense can actually pick up some momentum, I ain't gonna lie, we might be the most dangerous team, not only in the SEC, but in the country. The Red River rivalry against Texas. We got to get out here and ball, dog. They got a dominant run game, and they also got speedsters on the perimeter. 3rd and 4, definitely a run. I'm going to play this zone a little bit low, and I'm going to sink back. Got to watch Bond on somewhat of a corner. Yep. Nope, they go towards the middle, and we get the stop. Let's go. 2nd and 10. I'm back on the field. New possession. We need offense to produce. I think we can hold this offense down a bit. Like, we can keep them from scoring and whatnot. How the hell did I just miss that tackle like that? I think I need to really start doing my job. I get so caught up in everybody else's responsibility, but man coverage, only got one job here, and he don't have time to get this ball off. He throws it, and it completed through the contact. Going man coverage might not be the smartest thing here, but we own it. We man coverage stout, and look at that. A pick on the other side of the field. I was on top of my guy's head. We just locked in right there, and it's just before the half. So we didn't score. They get the ball right back pretty much in the same position, almost like we turned the ball over right back to the same spot, but now going upfield. Can I get there? And he make the catch again. Bro, I'm getting obliterated right now, bro, getting killed. 1st and 10. They've been airing the ball out like crazy. They go with a pass, quick little screen. Then I get caught up on the block too. Come on, dog. We just fell short today. Played trash. Absolutely terrible. Like, we didn't come to compete. Once again, offense trash. And then me, on the other hand, I basically gave up every big home run play they had all game. We lose this rivalry game by 10 points. Once again, it's the same story, bro. Offense don't produce, and then defensively, I gave up more than I should have on the day. I pretty much put this on my shoulders. It's on me. But oddly enough, chopping it up with the coaching staff, my position coach, they feel like the in-game reps or the lack thereof is kind of throwing me off a bit. My inconsistency, I'm on and off the field, especially at that CB3 spot. Now I'm an official stamped a starter. Against South Carolina, I came out like my head was on fire. Their starting running back ain't no little dude, but for me to send him like this, I went crazy. But then to make a beautiful day to play football even better, my first pick of the season comes in week 7. I had the cloud flat zone in cover 2 and Nick Harbor runs a curl. Easy pickings. I catch my first pick and I don't get touched for the first 10 yards. I'm thinking house call. But out of my peripherals, I can't help but see their speedy QB1 tracking me down like a hawk. After the play, you think I'd be insanely turned up, but honestly, I'm more focused on how I can make this the norm. While in deep zone coverage later on that game, literally my second pick opportunity on an absolute duck. A pick opportunity couldn't come any easier than this. But what stopped me from getting the pick? Unwanted help from a teammate. Wouldn't be my last opportunity of the day. Baiting it up, off man coverage, got a good block on the outside. After the pick, that's going to equal my first pick 6, but I but definitely paid the price towards the end. I didn't know if or when I would have a breakout game as a freshman, but it's coming here. I pick up my third pick of the day. My first interception, my first pick six, and my first multi-pick game. Not only a legendary performance, but I did it in Frank's fashion. If you've ever wanted to see what perfect bait looks like, I had a cloud flat, jumped like I was finna blitz, and got back into position for the pick on the outskirts. Watching film, going over technique with my pops and granddads really starting to pay off. I was kind of on my own, just doing me. Once I put my pride aside and reached out to the two most legendary defensive backs to ever do it, who just so happened to be my pops and grandfather, my entire game takes a huge leap just within my freshman year. After pulling off 4 interceptions and a pick six in a single game, I earned SEC and National Player of the Week honors. Against Ole Miss coming out, I knew we'd have to be physical. They got a lot of big boys at receiver and the tight end position. We got to make tackles. As much as it pains me to say this, I love man coverage. It's what I do, but zone is starting to become my new fave. In zone, I'm able to sell way more looks and be in position to make plays in areas they didn't even think I could possibly be. Even if I fall flat on my face trying to make a play on the ball that I clearly didn't have. Oh, but baby, please do not be fooled. I'm still at the line getting physical, putting hands on your wide receiver 1, 2, and 3. But it's not just me getting in on the action. I might have started things up and kicked it off, but my dogs getting active in the secondary and we on the roll, we just silenced a packed out home crowd. Just when I thought Jackson Dart was done delivering oblivious passes into my secondary, he threw one up trying me, the best freshman in the country, and then I drop it on the contact. I was pissed. But the very next play, what does he do? Try the young dog once again. Cut off the lane, picked it off, almost took it to the crib, got the home crowd stay stunned. They don't know what to say, don't know what to do. But a 7-point loss, no point score, not even a field goal from O. Like what is going on that side of the ball? I can see it all, but I don't understand it at all. The very next week against the FCS school, I wanted to tear them boys to shreds. With enough speed to make up ground and I ain't got no visor on in this rain, I can see things clear as day. Not only picking up interception number 6 or 7 on the season, I don't know, I've been catching so many lately I done lost count. And with that pick, you might as well go ahead and add another pick 6 to the total for the year as well. Maybe number 2, 3 of the season, I don't even know at this point. But a little later on, as the sun cleared out, the ball would come my way once again. I would look this one through, catch the pick, and I would nearly take it back for a pick 6, a solid return nonetheless. Oh, but best believe the best of the action was yet to come. In that cover 2 once again, baiting it up, selling the blitz, getting back, bro. You just want to talk about cutting off lanes? You want to talk about cutting off lanes? But not just hawking lanes and cutting them off, but filling them up with that legendary, that infamous Frank speed. And the quarterback had to watch me walk it in my home crowd, they loving it. I'm putting on the show at this point. I finished things up, put this game away in only a fashion a true dog could. After the blowout win against FCS East, we dropped our last 3 games of the season in conference play. A few of them were by a close margin. Taking a look at my stats on the year, even though I didn't start the first game and then throughout the first, 4 or 5 games, I didn't get much spin. I was on the field sparingly here and there. I still finished the year with 31 total tackles and 7 interceptions. And then I can't leave out the 217 interception return yards, 2 deflections, and 2 pick sixes. We might be missing a bowl game appearance, but we do lock in freshman all SEC. That's major. 7 interceptions, 25 tackles, and 2 pick sixes will also land you on the freshman All-American team. One thing that has surely been passed through the Franks bloodline is the tendency to transfer after one bad season. And after chopping it up with Pops for a little bit about the situation, I think we both come to the same conclusion. It's time for me to hit the door. We're gonna see how things play out over the offseason, what moves are made, who transfers where, what happens, but no matter what, wherever I go, I'm gonna be the most dominant defensive back in the country. Narrowed it down to 2 choices, the alma maters of my pops and granddad, the Ohio State, and the one I ultimately chose to go with, Oregon. They're fresh off a national championship, beating number 1 Clemson, and they're losing their number 1 cornerback in Jabbar Muhammad. But then you add me into the mix. You want to talk about locked in and reloading? Come on now. Some people may call it favoritism or, because my granddad went here, whatever the case may be, but I came in off the rip, was able to challenge for that cornerback 1 spot. One of the guys already sealed up that number 3 before I even transferred in. I was kind of heated about it, but this deuce looks just as smooth. All right, first game as a Duck. Like I said, I've been trying not to bait as much, but bro, I'm not gonna lie, the opportunities just be too sweet. I gotta bait it up sometime. I gotta get me some plays, get me some picks. But then it's also hard because that's not the focus point. I'm trying to be the most technically sound Franks to ever breathe, and I'm pretty much there for the most part. Look at this. Oh my gosh, beautiful opportunity. I'm talking and I'm locked in for the most part, but that opportunity was just on point, and I didn't bait. I just played true off man man coverage. Look at me celebrating my first game as a Duck, get my first pick as a Duck. The legacy continues. It's in full effect, baby. Let's go. That was just like, that worked out to perfection. Dude, we got a touchdown out of it too, I believe. We got a score out of that, but they're taking off, picking up a first down. I think that's probably their best receiver, one of them. We're in zone a good bit, but we're running a lot more man than I expected, which I absolutely love. You know, that's my specialty, but I got a deep zone here. Got my guy going up the field. Oh yeah. Oh, I'm just out of position for the pick though. We're so man coverage heavy in the red zone. This is scary because they can go inside. They can do pretty much a little bit of everything, and I got absolutely routed. That's on me. Killed, bro. I was too patient at the line and just gave up all my depth, bro. Press man action. I ain't pressed in a minute, bro. We up here though, putting hands on him. We on his trail. We with him all the way, stride for stride. And look at my dog underneath getting the pick, bro. I ain't gonna lie, we might have our best success in man coverage. We might have to end all zone activities. And I might have made a huge mistake giving up a touchdown in that short distance. But one thing about me and that Frank's blood that's coursing through my veins, if I screw up, I'm gonna make up for it 10 times over, and that's a fact. And I don't know what's up with me lately, but I've been trying to hurdle these big men and just take off of these crazy returns. I think it's time to put that to rest. Crazy enough, bro, we were down a score. Offense, we got the ball back, matter of fact. We got the ball back off a fumble. Offense went down and made something happen. A little shocked, but I'm excited. I'm happy that we don't drop week 1 to Arkansas of all teams. So right now, it's all about just strapping this up. I'm going to bait a little bit, playing off, kind of selling my zone a bit. I'm watching number 1 on the backside. He taking off, but they ended up actually going with the pass. He sits down. Everything is strapped. He had to take the check down. They only pick up like 3. Here we go, bro. Man coverage on 3rd and 7. I don't like it, but we're gonna rock and roll with it because the audibles take entirely too long. They go with a run. Foolish act. What are they doing? They ended up taking the field goal, but we ended up putting the real points on the board, get the touchdown. We barely scave out of Arkansas. We barely get by the skin of our teeth, bro. The very next week against Oklahoma State, they came out there trying to test me early. Not by throwing the ball my way though, more so sending the speedster straight up the field on a go to kick the game off. And then the big boys up front handle business, getting the backfield, getting the strip sack. They get the ball and offenses down here on the 27-yard line. Dropping back into my zone, my eyes on 82 the whole time. Baiting them up, I know exactly what they want. I watched that ball with damn near a perfect spiral come my way, straight into my hands. Glad I wore my gloves today. After the return, standing up pointing at the sky, thanking the Lord for my ability to just be a dog. I was bullying this man all day long. Press man, off man coverage, zone, you name it. Securing my second interception, press man, short distance where I screwed up just a week ago, I made up for it this time around. And I'm usually the quiet, relaxed type on the field. I just ball and do my thing. But when you look up and see a crowd like this, you can't help but show out. Rivalry game against Oregon State, I had to pull the 11s out. I slipped up and covered too early, gave up the first down, but I got a forced fumble. It rolled out of bounds, but that was a big play. And just to show that my recent success in press man coverage isn't a fluke, I'm getting busy early, 2-on-2 action, but you know who's the better one, of course. And then to make matters even better, already up 2 scores late in the 4th quarter, putting the game away, getting into position. Beautiful pick, couldn't take it back. They were on my trail, but let's go. The amount of picks I've been catching lately, the impact that I have as a corner, a DB, the best DB in this country. I'm gonna go ahead and say it. Can't nobody tell me nothing right now. Iowa's quarterback came out off the rip, gutsy, throwing in the double coverage with me and my dog back here. You crazy? But just like myself, he'd make up for it on the back end. I was so focused on getting hands on my guy down here that I was giving up a touchdown straight into the back of my zone. He walked in untouched on my time. After playing nearly perfect as a cornerback for the last, 4 or 5 weeks straight, I finally slip up and get dead dirty. And if I'm slipping up, best believe one of my guys stepping up on the other side of the field or even in the middle. A big pick from Fofo. Love to see it. You want to know what hurts as a DB? You give up your first touchdown in a while, and that one touchdown just so happened to be the one that the opposing team scores to knock you off a 3-game winning streak. Crazy. Checking my stats so far on the season, I don't know when and how this happened, but negative 75 interception yards, negative 15.2 on average. Like, what world are we living in? This has to be some kind of mistake. Like, what? Took a loss last week. I don't know how to feel. We got Wisconsin this week around. They're 4-1, and they got a solid run game, big body running back. But they do have this impact receiver and an impact, what is that, a guard or a tackle? I think it's like a left guard out there. So I got to be on point, bro. Look, throwing this ball. Who you throwing that to? The quarterback might be their weakness, but we get them boys off the field in the first series. Okay, now we got some man coverage. Get a little bit of an inside step so I don't get beaten, burned. I'm on his hip. They go with the run, and he trying to get upfield. It's 3rd and 9, short side of of the field, switching to a Tampa 2, and I can cover pretty much everything on this side. I can watch this running back. He flared the backfield. I can cover this guy right here. Get downhill, quarterback taking off. I'm the last line of defense. He just ran right through me, but we still get the stop. First half coming to an end. They got trips over here. Then they go with an empty set. You know what they want to do. And he launching in my way. Are you stupid? I'm gonna just deflect this. I don't know why I struggled to say that, but I deflected that because it looked like he had to step on me. Boy, that was the stutter of all stutters. Good Lord. Let me see if he runs something quick. He sat. Oh my gosh. Give me that. To the crib. To the crib. To the crib. Pick 6, bro. 2 amazing plays back to back. All right, 3rd and 3, but this might be 4 down territory for them, but I'm going to play a little bit inside, right? I'm watching the outside receiver. I'm going to get back, cover my ground. Come on, bro. I'm telling you, I'm all over everything. They said that was bad zone coverage, bro. I'm the reason that he dropped that ball. I got in there, made contact. Let's go. If this second half can be anywhere near as good as the first, offensively and defensively, this might be probably our most complete game of the season. 2nd and 13, 1 lone receiver on my side of the field. He going up, going inside. I thought he would have went out, and he was right in the open space, picking up a first. I'm going to go cover 2 man in this situation, play off just a little bit, but I am going to press. They switching it up. Anytime they do that, you got to be on point. They switch something up, you need to switch something up too. That's just a fact. And he throwing that, bro. You got to make that play. Oh, my, bro. I'm telling you, my secondary is on one right now. That was a dog play. But you know in the 4th quarter, things going to heat up. Getting back, make up speed of just otherworldly ability to get back into position. We get another pick on the day, number 2 to be exact. And then again, back in that off-man coverage, but absolutely strapped. Ball was overthrown. I'm on that. We get our most impressive win of the season, probably the last 2 seasons. 31-0 shutout action. That's how you ball out as a unit. And hold on, check this out. No tackles. I didn't get physical at all today, which a corner shouldn't have to if you got a good solid defense. But I did get a 3rd pick in garbage time. And you can't forget the simple fact that I had a pick 6 on the day. 3 picks is nice, but not being a defensive presence outside of those interceptions kind of bothered me a little bit. In the following week against Northwestern, I ain't gonna lie, I tried to get active in the tackle game, and that didn't really work out too well for me to kick things off. But again this week, just being an absolute technician when it comes to my man coverage. Great depth, patience, and overall just great ability to lock things down. When the first half is coming to an end and a team is down multiple scores, you better believe they're going deep. Strap up your helmet, get ready, they coming your way. I'm locked in, get the pick. I hit a nasty side step just to get hawked down by a big boy. At this point in the game, up damn near 3-4 scores, I believe, bro. You know they finna be tossing that pill. And yes, everybody, you can breathe now. The tackle drought is over. It's an assisted tackle, but a tackle nonetheless. At the last whistle, 28-10 versus Northwestern, we march on. Minnesota came out so run heavy to kick this game off. I thought I would just be getting cardio in all day, chasing these receivers around the field while they ran the ball to pick up 2 yards. But one thing about it, when offense started applying that pressure by putting points on the board, the other team's going to be looking for the number 1 receiver, and he's going to be guarded by me, the number 1 corner in the country, baby. When there's chance, there's also opportunity. Deep down the field, like I said, that pressure from the offense is always going to be a motivating factor for the other team to do the worst thing possible, and that's try me. And when you're playing the hardest position in football to this degree, it's only right to strike the infamous Heisman pose after a 76-yard pick 6. And shortly after, still here at the bottom of the first half, securing INT number 2 for my 11th pick on the season so far. And it was a pretty simple one. Deep zone, getting back, make up speed. I've been baiting quarterbacks like this all year, and it just seems to work perfectly against college quarterbacks. And you see he's feeling the effects to the highest degree. Coming through, succeeding. I think this is maybe our 3rd or 4th shutout win of the season, bro. Our defense has been on one this year. To kick things off against Indiana, though, I had that number 1 receiver in shackles throughout the entirety of the first half. And then when I finally got an opportunity to make a play, I completely slip up in coverage, misjudging this ball. He takes off trying to get into the end zone. Got the big tackle, but man, did I give up a huge play. Not gonna lie, going against 3 was probably one of my favorite battles so far throughout my college career. Just an absolute doggone dog. And then we're gonna go man coverage right here again. 3 plays in a row, and guess what? I'm finna strap him. Hands on him at the line. He just killed me on the outside, but they scored a touchdown going towards the middle, and I think they just took the lead. And that one-on-one battle continues. Man coverage, I love it. I want it all day long. But what really ticked me off, he nudged me, then had the nerve to talk crazy even with the mouthpiece in. And as you can see, the expression on my face says it all. You talking to who? You said what? Bet. Even in zone, I'm prioritizing him. They go his way, I want to be there. He's not getting anything on my watch. And sure enough, that time came. You see the crowd hyping, you know exactly why. The #1 player in the country just stepped up big and made a nasty play. Like I said before, zone, man, it does not matter. They throw his way, I'm going to be there no matter what. Get the big play, and he don't want to talk now. His mouth is closed. And I ain't gonna lie, after this one, I'm turned. This one means more to me than most because, but like, you talking crazy to me? You don't want to nudge me now? Go to the sideline and sit down like a good boy. My dog P, love him. One of the best safeties in the country, but he literally stole a pick opportunity right out of my hands. Y'all just got intercepted. Why are y'all celebrating? Did I win the one-on-one matchup against old buddy on the other side? Yes. And did we come out here victorious and did we win the battle? Hell yeah. We got SC this week. They got like 4 receivers like that are impact players. Like, but there's no way y'all are this loaded, but we doing a pretty decent job so far. They got Zachariah Branch on the other side of the field. I wish he was over here. I was guarding him, but we gonna lock in over here though. We gonna lock in over here. I don't know who 2 is, and then they got a tight end coming out the flap. Like, bro, what is going on? They got a number 13 back there, boy. That is not Caleb Williams. And speaking of an impact star, I just got mine recently. Like, I just got that, so that's pretty fire. He just killed me with that little hop release. Oh my Lord. I gave up a touchdown like that. Gotta make up for it some way, somehow, bro. There's no way I just sold like that. And he just so overthrowing that ball. I'm heated though, bro. I ain't gonna lie, I'm baiting up. I need a pick opportunity. Throw it, please. I knew he was running the comeback. I knew it. The second I see him get to the top of that route, I knew what he was doing. How didn't I make that tackle? I ain't gonna lie, I'm low-key kind of salty. I want to go man coverage, but they throwing the ball a lot, so I'm gonna stick with this zone because it's honestly the best option against a pass-heavy offense like this. But we in man coverage this time around. Off man, no press. He killed me in the press last time. Gonna wait it out. Yep. They go to opportunity. I'm all over. I don't know why they throw that, like when you sit underneath like that pretty much every time, but hey, I gotta get me a pick after what I did. Had to. It's a must. See if we can go crazy. Playing a little bit off. Little zone. He sat down. I knew it. He loved that curl and that comeback. It's dangerous having a deep zone against a guy like this. You seen he just sat down right there. He could sit down at any given moment or just run back, and you don't know when he's going to snap down and do it. I'm looking for him to run this comeback. Go 10, 15 yards of field. He's going to snap it down, and I'm going to be ready for it. Oh, he going up the field, though, and I'm so glad. I don't know what just happened, but the fake Caleb Williams, he got an impact star, too, just fumbled the ball over. My dog, he's going to walk and trot into the end zone. Devin Jackson with a big defensive touchdown. We put a touchdown on the board, up a score, a minute left. They got all 3 timeouts. You know what they finna do. Straight to the side. I'm looking for that curl. That comeback. That's all I'm waiting on because I know it's going to come. Man coverage in this situation is criminal. I would do it, but man, I don't got the guts to. I don't got the guts to go man coverage in a situation like this. Sit off a little bit, pick that zone up, get back into position. He throwing it. You know what time it is with me. I'm going to give him that look he want all day long, but I'm in position because I got that speed and I got the IQ to just make the plays. That's strapped. A huge win. 1 score, just a flat out battle. We only got we didn't win scoreless throughout the first half. They go scoreless in the second half, but 2 major picks on the day. Best defensive back in the country with 21 total picks, 8 tackles, and 3 pick sixes. It's your boy, KJ3. After the SC game, we just went on a tear, continuing our huge winning streak throughout the season. Got a dub against Rutgers, Washington, and Penn State, but coming up in the college football playoff, we have Miami. This is what the playoff bracket is looking like so far. I'm beyond surprised at 11-1 versus Arizona's 11-2. We don't get the first round bye. From my first year at Oklahoma to now my sophomore season, look at the leap. Obviously, I wasn't as physical tackle-wise, but that's because you got guys up front that can handle business. But 14 more interceptions on the year than I had my freshman season is absolutely crazy. Identical interception yards, 2 deflections, and an extra pick 6 to add the cherry on top. Against Rutgers, I came through, got 1 interception, and again, no tackles, bro. I don't have to do anything besides play the ball. But in a close game against a rival Washington, I go 4 tackles, 2 interceptions, no deflections on the day. Did I have a pick 6? I didn't, but one of my dogs did. But then talk about showing up in the biggest moment, the final game of the season against our biggest foe in the Big Ten. We go against Penn State, and I come down with 3 interceptions and a pick 6. We got Miami in the first round, but after I seen Buddy pull off this spin on the best tackler on the team, that kind of raised my antennas a bit. I don't know what it is about this season, but it's been so many 2-on-2 battles with other receivers, but I got absolutely murdered on this route. The ball didn't come my way, but boy, that could have been ugly. And I gotta show my partner some love out here rocking that 13 like Prime Hard and locking things up in zone coverage. He'll never admit to it, but he know he get all this swag from me. But you know one thing about a quarterback and their number one receiver, they gonna get impatient at some moment in time, and when that opportunity comes, I'm gonna be ready every single time. You know this. And after the pick, I'll be running like my life is on the line. I need more pick sixes than pops, and that's gonna be way easier said than done. Not gonna lie, I was ready to talk crazy about Deuce on the other team. When I tell you that boy caught that screen and ran like he stole something, I ain't gonna lie, he tough. He went crazy. Me and the guys couldn't do nothing but take our ass straight back to the sideline after giving up that play like that. That was pitiful. I'm giving you a warning right now. Do not try this at home. You need elite Frank's athleticism to pull off an interception like this diving. No, pay close attention. I'm literally trail technique, out of phase, in full stride. I see the ball coming, cut it off to make the play. I'm a dog. And my third and final pick of the day to put the game away, in phase, perfect press man technique. Like, bro, I'm already turned up, but you gonna continue to feed the beast? You gotta be crazy. First round of the playoffs in the books, we secure a solid win. Scoreless in the fourth quarter for us and for them, but nonetheless a scoreless first half. That's dominance. Now Arizona's trying to confuse us here. Second round, they're going with fake screens running the ball. I peeped the formation and immediately jumped the route, but of course they don't throw it my way, but that opportunity gonna come. We gonna make things happen here in the college football playoff. And this isn't the start I was hoping for. Failed press technique, got beaten and fully extended for a ball I knew I had no chance of getting my hands on. Gave up the big play early. I've always been told even at 6'2", I do a great job at disguising my defense, kind of hiding in the middle of the field in a sense, and I mean it shows right here. We needed a play, no points on the board. I get a pick six all the way back to the crib untouched. And the entire time my eyes is on the quarterback, I'm just feeling things out from the receiver. And the second that I see him load up, I know to get back and make the play. That's what makes it easy to be such an elite cornerback. My pops and granddad put me on game. Even though I just made a huge play in the Cotton Bowl, I just pray that this is not how we have to win these games, with defensive points. And how about my dog Jaleel coming through with his own pick of the day? We needed this. They were trying to make a huge march downfield to cap off the first half. We ain't going for it. We maintain the lead going into the second. I read these quarterbacks like a book. Third pick of the day. Eyes on the quarterback, see the route out of my peripherals, jump it, easy pickings all night long. Shortly after, even later on in the fourth, at that point, he was just feeding me a legendary playoff performance. I couldn't have chose a better word to explain how I played. 4 interceptions and a pick six. And then we secured a dub, dominating fashion, 24-3, not a single touchdown given up by my defense. The only thing standing between us and back-to-back national championship appearances. Last season I wasn't here when they won it, but this season I've been a huge pivotal part. But Texas Tech, we gotta knock them boys off. And I just peeped, I don't know how I didn't notice this before, but I wasn't nominated or voted to be a first team or second team All-American? Are you serious? Yeah, I gotta lock in now. Them Red Raiders came out, bunch of their fans out here in the stands, but when we step on the field, you know what time it is. Our cheerleading squad, our fan base, everything is rocking to the maximum capacity. Just like Arizona, Texas Tech want to come out here with the foolery to kick this game off. And I don't know what it is, but lately I've been starting out cold, whiffing on tackles, all kind of nonsense. But don't let them periodic whiffs fool you. I will come downhill and smack anything moving, I'm telling you. We've been in zone so much, my man coverage skills starting to slip up. I give up my inside leverage. I'm on his hip. I'm doing a good job, but he just made a fantastic catch. I didn't fight hard enough to make the play. Still in man coverage with a 3-score lead. They make this catch across the middle, but I got down here and made the play before he can do anything explosive. Then you go wide side of the field. You got your lone and best receivers split out. Man, you know they're going deep, and the ball comes my way right over the top, and I get in position like I'm the receiver. After the pick, Buddy then nudged me, talking crazy behind my back. The ref right there, I ain't got nothing to say to you, my boy. You gotta hold that. The next possession, that boy had that look in his eyes. I know he wanted to make a play, and I knew the ball would be coming my way once again. And right on cue, the ball came flying. Couldn't get into position for the pick, but I had an opportunity to lay him out. I failed. Then a few plays later, opportunity of a lifetime, pick six type of opportunity that I just couldn't seize. And one thing about it, you know I'm heated if I'm shedding blocks coming downhill, blowing up running backs. Like I said before, they trying to pull all the trickery out the bag early. But I spy with my little eye a receiver catching the ball, flaring out with no block on the outside. Not only am I going to blow him up, get a huge hit, but I'm going to scoop that ball up and outrun everybody. Full stride, receiver on my trail, but that does not matter. Walking into the crib for a scoop and score. I believe all athletes should have an extremely high level of confidence if they want to succeed. But I'm a Frank, so my confidence is through the roof. And the moment I feel like yours is conflicting with mine, I got to go ahead and lay you down and put you to bed. Dominating win. It seems like that's been the story throughout the entire playoff, pretty much the whole back end of the regular season. We've just been unstoppable as a team. Last season, the Ducks went on to win a national championship against Clemson, but this time around, number 2 Alabama, this could be an entirely different ball game. We got to show up to play. First play from scrimmage, dog. I love this national championship. The way they theme everything is so fire, but we got a ball, baby. First season with the Ducks, don't we go crazy like this? Like, I ain't gonna lie, I'm ecstatic, bro. I'm trying to lock in, bro, but I can't help but just be happy as hell. Oh, we got a fumble in the backfield. Can we scoop that up? Let's go. Scoop and score. Get in the end zone. We put points on the board off the rip. And just for those who out there who want to question, yes, we're on Heisman difficulty. I really don't like this cover 2 over here with this lone receiver on the wide side, but they do have a running back, so I could watch him as well if he flares out, but it ends up being a handoff. Another fumble. What is going on right now? Them boys, hey, they going crazy. Bro, offense is delivering. Defense is playing outstanding. We got an elite squad, and that makes me a little scared because next season with all the seniors and upperclassmen going, and who knows who's going to transfer, how will things turn out then? You go trips, stacked, and they bunched up? No, sir. Switch that to a zone immediately. Where he going? He going deep up the field. He launching it, got an open receiver, and I just noticed we playing in the rain. And did it just start raining? This is how you disguise that zone. Bait up a little bit, which is realistic. Corners in real life bait, but I'm going to sell it like I'm sitting inside. Kind of like I'm abandoning my zone. I'm going to get back, get into position. He launched it. I didn't think he would because I kind of came down a bit or I got back a little too fast, but he ended up throwing it. We taking off. We're going to go and get out of bounds. But that's just textbook bait. Now we're going to get down here and some press man, see if we can get physical with them boys at the line. He taking off. They go over the little screen on the outside. Can I get a tackle at least? And he still blocked me, bro. Come on. Got my DN dropping back into this purple. I'm going to flare out a bit. I did not think that ball was going to him. I thought that ball was going to Buddy on the outside. Bro, we are dominating, bro. Our defense is elite. Look how many impact players we have, bro. This is insane. I've never had or played on a team this stacked before, but they're going across the middle trying to make something shake here in the end of the third. You know it's fourth quarter. They're about to get desperate. I'm baiting up everything going out here. Running back flaring out. I'm trying to bait it. I could have got there for that, but I didn't want to jump it too early, and I think I just forced a fumble. But we like an old school defense. We hit hard, force fumbles. We making plays on the ball. Like, we're just nasty. I'm getting back. He's not going to throw that. He threw it, but not to my guy. That looked like Waddle out there in that 17. I want to get a pick in this cover 2 so bad. Baiting up my zone a bit. I'm just off. I'm not baiting up crazy. He threw it. Oh, my gosh. I thought he was throwing that outside. He threw it underneath to the end. I could have definitely picked that. We own it, though. They had us in man coverage, a blitz down here. I know we're on the 7-yard line, but you know they finna pass the ball. I'm on that. Oh, my gosh. Did he? Oh, he caught that? I gotta watch that, bro. There's no way I didn't catch that ball. My mistake was I kind of closed out downhill and not towards the corner, and that allowed him to just, oh my, and he toe tapped it too. GG, that's a good catch. I can't lie. Look, I done disappeared. I ain't gonna lie, I'm baiting up crazy because I need a pick, bro. I'm heated. I gave up my first touchdown in a long time, and then I give up another huge catch, bro. What is going on? I can't believe I'm selling like this. Like, they just having a way with me right now. I'm on that. Oh, he threw it to my dog. I thought that was coming to me. I feel like Jason Tatum right now. We did it. Like, bro, we got the national championship. Back-to-back champions at that. They went down and scored another touchdown, went for the 2-point conversion and failed, but ultimately, Bama put up a pretty decent fight, but still got blown out. It's a blessing, an honor to sit here with my guys and hoist the national championship trophy. Let's go. Okay, so updated numbers after the playoffs. 28 total tackles, not a much difference there, but 31 total interceptions. I tried to keep it as simple, realistic, and clean as possible, but when the opportunities come knocking, you gotta eat. If I can enter the draft right now, I'd be a shoe-in #1 pick, but we have one more year of college ball to dominate the nation. And oddly enough, the main thing on my mind is not only catching more interceptions, more big hits, forced fumbles, all of the above, but winning a national championship is very much possible. But with all things being said and done, I'm about to lock in, put my head down, focus up so that I have the best finale to a college football career of any player ever. We couldn't have started this season off any worse, taking a loss week 1 against Boise State, going from the #1 ranked team in the country to #8. And now we have a matchup against the Ohio State on the road in Columbus. This is going to be a hostile game, but we have to come to play. And they're on a hot streak, 2-0 to start the season. This little team out of Columbus got stars all over the field. I swear I feel like they got receiver talent for days and it never ends. No offense has ever put the fear in me like this one does. They trying to make plays and so am I, trying to seize every opportunity possible, failed or whatever the case may be. We need that ball. But they continue to make play after play and it's like our defense simply just cannot keep up. And that day just felt like it wasn't ours for the first 3 quarters. When I tell you this quarterback had forever to get rid of this ball, all the time you could ever imagine in the pocket. Oh, and this deep zone that you see 20 running straight into, that's mine. I ended up trailing a receiver across the field because nothing was there and he ended up being wide open. It's my responsibility, but how do we get 0 pressure? But a heartbreaking loss to say the least. On the road, we only put up 6 points, scoreless first half, scoreless fourth quarter. We just didn't come to play offensively today. But there's no better way to bounce back from 2 L's than go 4 straight. We get a win over Oregon State, Washington, Illinois, Michigan State. Now one of our bigger challenges of the season against Michigan. Their record may not reflect it, but they're still one of the best teams in the Big Ten. But things couldn't get off to a better start against Michigan with an interception here in the first quarter. Early at that, we needed that ball. We need to make a statement. We're already up a score as well. But boy, does Michigan have some speedsters and their quarterback knows it, launched it, put it out in front. He made the catch, but I knocked it out on contact. And he wants his playmaker to get active, bro. He continues to try to launch this ball my way. This time around, making sure I'm exactly where I need to be, almost coming down with INT number 2. And whether we're in zone, man, press, whatever it may be, he just won't let it go. Deflection, I'm on top of that. I had to stand tall, let him know, boy, I ain't going for none of that. If you never give up on your goals and you stay adamant enough about what you want to accomplish, you might succeed. We're going downfield stride for stride. We both see the ball coming, but as I try to make a play, he just pulls away with this one and it's in perfect position. He strides into the end zone untouched. But when I tell you the get back is real, you want to continue to try to feed one guy, I'm gonna make you pay. Now long distance, stride for stride up the field, he may have an advantage, but my IQ as a corner will always allow me to have one up. With the inside release to get around one of my fellow corners, I knew this was a corner route. I'm in his hip pocket, taking away all his inside leverage. As soon as I seen that ball thrown, man, I'm hawking that. You know what time it is. Don't get me wrong, buddy may have gotten a touchdown on me, kind of embarrassed me for the most part. But what won't go underappreciated is the fact that I got 2 interceptions on the day. He's such a threat downfield at this point. Any kind of curler comeback is actually a smart move by them. But as soon as I seen that, I already knew he'd get his head around. I gotta light him up. And we all know I'm not the biggest corner, but when I have a size advantage like this, I gotta take advantage of it. Force fumble. We get a big win at the crib in front of our amazing home crowd against Michigan. We needed this one desperately. I ended up picking up another interception in garbage time, and at some point towards the middle of the 3rd quarter, we got a second forced fumble. That's an amazing game, complete and well-rounded. On the road against SC the following week, I don't know what it is about these teams trying me deep, thinking these fast receivers gonna have one up on me. I'm all over that. And then shortly after you throw the ball my way, I'm on top of my route like I'm on his head, fully covered, blanketed. He still threw it my way. I come down with the first pick in the 3rd quarter. But interception or not, they got some weapons on that offense. Dude made me and my dog look silly running through another one of my teammates who really hit hard. I ain't gonna lie, that was a tough run. And only up 3-0 here in the bottom of the 4th quarter, they just walk in for an easy touchdown to take the lead with just 1:15 left on the clock. And offense goes down, does the impossible, marched 85 yards down the field to put a score on the board. We take a 3-point win here on the road against SC. And then we follow up the final 2 games of the regular season against Nebraska and UCLA, ending in dubs, and we just went on an absolute tear to finish the season. Took those 2 L's and we ain't looked back since. But I want to make note of my performance against Nebraska. 4 interceptions, dog, and 113 interception yards. I believe I had a pick 6 as well. I did not, but I went absolutely ham that game. But now, and this may determine if we end up with a 1st round bye in the playoff or not, but we face number 1 Ohio State in the Big Ten championship. Let's get it. The Ohio State. We faced these boys earlier this season. I think that was one of the games we lost. Yeah, week 2. Offense already put a touchdown up, so that's a great sign. Apply that pressure. Yes, sir. I don't want to bait too much, but I need some picks. I need a generational performance, bro. After that loss, I'm still heated. 3rd and 16, get them boys off the field right quick. That'll be solid. Bait off a little bit on this Let's cover 2 zones. He's going to go out. He went inside, and we shut that down. Get them boys off. Let's go. Offense scored again. Them boys not playing no games. They putting up touchdown after touchdown on opening drive. Like, come on. That's what we need to see. Going across the middle, maybe. He sacked. Bro, my defense is on one today. I don't like man coverage in this situation, especially against an impact receiver. We're going to lock in, though. We could potentially make a play. He going deep. He threw that. Bro, what? He purposely underthrew that ball. I hate when they do that. I knew it was too good to be true because look at where he threw. He underthrew. I guess he threw him open, but like I'm there and then I broke back too fast. But you don't expect them to throw the ball behind you like that or right at you in that situation. Tried me anyway and I got me a pick anyway. I'm going to come back. I'm going to make up for it, bro. They playing with me, bro. I wanted me a pick and I got me one. Stop playing. I'm going to break down to y'all in a second in the replay on how I baited this up, but had a nice little like cloud flat and jumped that route. I was all over it too. Another pick on the other side of the field. Is he finna go? I thought he was finna take that back for a pick six. I don't know what's going on, bro, but the team feeling it on a different level. 28-0 in the first half? Come on. Oh yeah, back to the pick. So no receivers lined up on this side. I see the tight end. I'm expecting him to go out. He immediately has an outside release. So I already knew what it was. And I just got back into position and hey, you know what time it is. It's just, hey, that's all she wrote for that one. 2nd and 12, third quarter winding down. Eventually they're going to get desperate and start just chucking the ball upfield. So we're going to be on point and ready for that time. We took that loss earlier in the season. We'll give you that, but I'm still kind of heated. We didn't shut them out like we were supposed to, but beyond down. I don't even know a word for the kind of performance we just put on today. Big Ten champions 2 years running. That's how you do it. It's a beautiful thing, man. And they singing they fight song. I don't know why. Y'all just got beat to just pieces. A priority for me here in the Orange Bowl is to get physical with these receivers. I can tell you now, Buddy don't like that. And he trying to get physical after the play. But one of my boys on the other side of the field would get the pick party started early. Their QB1 is a bit rattled, and we seen it from the jump. And we celebrated. Bro, come on, my boy going crazy to kick things off here in the third quarter. I'm out here squared up in the box like I'm a linebacker. They are terrified to throw the ball. So no action through the air. I got to create my own by getting active in the tackle game. With the minute left in the fourth, trying to put their first pair of points on the board, they go my way. Are you crazy? You avoid me all game, then try me in crunch time. You know I'm gonna show up like Kobe in the fourth. And for the third time this season, but we're the #1 team this time around. We got Ohio State in the Sugar Bowl. They stand between us and a natty. It wasn't pretty from either side of the ball. I mean, honestly, defensively, of course, we dominated. Didn't give up a single touchdown, a single point, but offensively, they didn't show up, but we held it down. My defense today is not coming to play. I gotta show my teammates some love, stepping up. The second pick just here in the first quarter, and neither one of them are from me. The crowd is going crazy. And with how tenacious my defense has been today, I knew it wouldn't be long before I got my opportunity to make a big play. You try everybody but me, and then you come my way. Are you crazy? I'm already hyped up, turned up from the fact that my guys are coming out here dominating early. Watching the ball come this way through my Oakley visor, yeah, I'm extremely turned up now, and the guys feel this energy as well. When you blow a team out 41-7 in the Sugar Bowl, you don't need to touch the field in the fourth quarter at all. Pure domination in the greatest fashion. Sugar Bowl Classic champions, we stand together, sing our fighting song, on to the national championship for the third year in a row. And if I'm not mistaken, we faced Miami earlier this season, gave them belt. Now we got to face them in the national championship, #1 versus #4. Let's go. My final game as a collegiate athlete here at the University of Oregon, like we've done so many fantastic things within these 2 years that I've been here, and it's only right that we send myself and the rest of the seniors out on the best note possible. Bro, we get to face Miami. This is crazy. National championship, bro. Like 3 years in a row, 2 years since I've been here. Oh, he sat down. Oh, he got me with the little curl. We on it though. Come on. Boy, I haven't seen a curl route this early in the game since I believe the last Miami game, or it might have been the Arizona game, but now they're going with a run, taking off to the left. They fumble. Can we pick it up? Let's go, bro. Defense off the rip. I don't know what it is in this first quarter. They step up every time. Come on, man. Up 14-0, bro. Like, I don't know why. Like, usually our offense, it'll struggle at times. Like, we'll only score 7 points or only put up 2 scores. Maybe we got 2 in the first quarter, the first half. 2nd and inches, man coverage. I don't like it, but I love it now because we got an interception the first of the game. I didn't expect him to throw that. I literally covered it to a T, but I guess me playing so low, he thought he had a lane to throw that ball. No, sir. Less than a minute left here in the second quarter. You know they're going to get desperate. You know they're going to get desperate. I told you, you know they're going to get desperate, bro. It's only right. It's routine, bro. I called it, knew it was coming. Deep up the field with your outside guy I'm on that. And for those who may question, yes, Heisman difficulty, we don't even play around like that. We do what we do at the highest degree on the hardest skill level possible. 1 second left. What do you do here? Do they throw the ball? They airing it out. He throwing it to the other side though. He got a catch. He's in stride. They got a touchdown with 1 second left in the half. This game might not be over like we think it is. I trust myself in man coverage, but we gonna see how things play out. They've been running some routes. They go with a run here on first down. Can I get through with a hit? I cannot. And they pick up a huge chunk of yards. Cover 2. See what we got. They go to run. I'm coming through on this, and I'm going to get me a tackle. We get a forced fumble. Can we pick it up? Let's go. Another recovery. I've been slipping up in the tackle game a little bit, but I'm on that one. Johnny on the spot. Bro, we've just been insane, bro. We've just been going crazy. Our team, defense, me individually, another pick. Oh, my gosh, bro. We have a superstar defense, and it shows night in and night out, game in, game out. I ain't gonna lie, it's time to pad these stats. Fourth quarter, we may not even touch the field, so I need to get as much action as possible. They go with I could have low-key picked that. I probably could have got there and picked that, but we get them for a loss. It's only right that I finish my career with a multi-pick game. Let's see if we can get active. A little press. We on his hip. He sat down. I did not expect that, but I'm right there and he still threw that. That's crazy. Hold on. They down 2 scores, 2 minutes left, but you know that they're definitely finna air the ball. I would go man because my pride is getting in the way and I just got routed. Oh my sweet Lord. If he runs another route like that, I'm finna sink back into my zone really, really deep, and then I'm gonna make sure I'm in position to make the play. Run it out. Sit. He sat. I'm on it for the first time in forever. Come here. Bro. I told you, I'm going to be on it. I'm going to make the play. Stop playing with me. I ain't gonna lie, I had to say that clip, but that just got the whole sideline distraught. And of course, our fans are hoop hollering and raving right now. They know what time it is. This game is in the bag, baby. Run that clock out. And now running on the field, we secure a win here for the 3rd consecutive year, national champions. My 2nd year with the guys, coach hoisting that trophy. We get the band together and celebrate the biggest moment, the biggest game, the biggest win in college football. Look at KJ3 and the guys, man. The boys turned up. Ain't it just such a beautiful thing in his uni combo? Nasty. Defensive player of the week with 3 picks, 3 tackles. If that, bro, the only thing that would have made his outing better is if I had at least 1 pick 6, and I almost had it on that last interception, but nonetheless, bro, just a beautiful finale to a career. 3 years of college ball, 3 years of absolute dominance. First year, Oklahoma wasn't the prettiest. The team didn't have the success. 2nd year, national champion. 3rd year, national champion. And you see the numbers, astronomical, next level, otherworldly. My time here at Oregon was nothing short of absolutely amazing. And as much as I would love to stay for another season, just like my pops and just like my granddad, the NFL is calling my name. And it's crazy to think they might have put up just as good, if not better numbers as far as interceptions, pick sixes, and everything else. But 2 back-to-back national championships, they ain't never do that. The NFL Combine, time to put my talents on display and prove why I should be the #1 pick. And you want to talk about blazing it up in the 40, just completely exceeding all expectations, a 4.24 in the 40. Let's go. #1 on the board. Hey, look, I'm a football player, not a bodybuilder. 12 reps when it came to that 225. Yeah, that ain't really our department, so we ain't stressing about that. Not the greatest, but far from the worst in the broad jump. 10.7, kind of exceeded where they had me at, so that's pretty solid. My goal coming into the Combine was to be top 5 in every drill except the bench press, and I fall short here yet again. But it's all good. It won't hurt my draft stock. I'm pretty confident in that. And of course, when it comes to any of the cornerback drills that we're going to do all day, I'm going to ace every single one of those. I got that on lock. What I hear in the wind and what I know deep in my heart, I'm a generational talent. And me being projected as a late first rounder after an amazing combine outing, I don't know about that. But we'll see how things play out come draft day. And when it came to the interview process, aced it. 9 out of 10 questions correct. I slipped up and I know exactly which one it is, but my projection in the draft shot up the board. In the moment we've all been waiting for that phone to ring, you know what time it is. And a team I wasn't expecting to trade it all to give everything they had up to move up the board, the Detroit Lions, they picked up your boy. Walking up on that stage, shaking that man's hand, the man we've all watched on television congratulate so many great young talents coming into the league. It was finally my turn, and I get to live out my dream as an NFL cornerback. But now I get the chance to put ink to paper and $15.1 million for 4 years. But when this rookie contract is up, I'm about to break records with how much I'm worth. We're going to go ahead and get things done. But we got the Giants in a preseason matchup. My first time stepping foot on the NFL field as a professional athlete. It's time to see what I can do. First snap here in the NFL, they're going with a screen. What are they doing? Oh, he getting sacked. Them boys getting back there straight pressure. Let's go. Hold on, got a little press man coverage. Make sure I get somewhat of an inside step, because you get beaten the inside by an NFL receiver, you're cooked. They go with a run though, and the boys are front handling business. 3, I feel like he's gonna go towards the sideline, but 3-2 should sink right back here. So we're gonna see what we got going. He going deep up the field. Launch it, Daniel Jones. He launched it too. Oh my gosh. Come here. Come here. Give me that. My first pick. It's in the preseason, but nonetheless, we get an interception here. I'm trying to take this one back. We out of there. Let's go. Offense can't do anything with the field positioning. Understandable, but they go here with another pass, and Daniel Jones has no time up front to do anything. I ain't gonna lie. I hate this outside leverage they naturally give you when the receivers lined up inside like this. They're audible, and I gotta switch out. Where they going? They're going quick underneath. That's why I switched to that cover 2. I knew something was about to go down. I get to play just the first quarter. They don't even put me in the rest of the game, and we're about to take an L here in the preseason. That's lame. It doesn't matter, but man, I wanted to get some more action, but we do get our first pick. The preseason was cool, but it is time to get into this regular season where it really matters. Every game counts. It's time to ball out and put my skills on display in a real deal game. One thing about it, I see a bunch formation or anything where they're stacking tight inside. We definitely off the rip. We go, whoa, ball's going out of bounds. That caught my attention, but we see anything like that, we go cover 2 immediately. They got Cooper Kupp, they got Puka, both X factors. They got a running back too. Who got an X factor? My goodness, they trying to go crazy. He launching this out of bounds again. We strapping things up off the ripper. Come on, what they talking about? They go bunch crazy. This ball coming out here. Oh, it's going deep up the other side, and that boy got a deflection. Let's go. Get them off the field. 3 and out. Come on, man. We scrapping everything. Cover 2, though. Short side of the field, so not much distance to cover. Got my eyes peeled, though, for anything. They going across. Got another one coming across this way. Got to be on point. Bro, we locking it up. Cover 2 in this situation, I don't particularly like it, so I'm going to drop back. I need a deep zone. See what this receiver running. He going deep. They launched it my way. Can I play this ball? Get in position. We got the pick. Toss him out the way, turn it back around, get upfield. We get our first pick in the regular season. How about it? Matthew Stafford launched a crazy deep ball. That's a beautiful one too, but I thought we were going to be beat low key. We get into position. Not only that, we knock him down for a pretty decent return. Little cover 2 action, single side with the receiver. I see a tight end over here as well. I'm in position. Oh my gosh, that's how you sink into your zone. That's how you make a play. That was nasty, bro. That was beautiful. I gotta break this down. I mean, it's really all simple. I mean, I seen the single receiver. I'm playing off a little bit of my zone. He goes up the field. I just drop back. If he goes out to the sideline, I take off downhill. It's simple. Bro, we like that, but let me focus up. 2 picks. This game is far from over with. I'm trying to keep from getting beat deep or getting hit with the curl or the comeback, but I got help right there. See, he ran the comeback. I got to be on the lookout for that. He can catch me. 2nd and 20. We back in that cover 2. I swear this is my favorite defensive formation play, the whole night. I love everything about any kind of cover 2 or Tampa 2 or anything of that nature. I knew he was going to run the comeback. Oh my gosh, I thought he was throwing that my way, bro. I got overly excited. My heart started thumping. My eyes got wide. I ain't gonna lie. All right, we sagging deep off. 3rd and 14. They got to go up the field. What are you going to do? You going to launch it? He launched it the other way. He held. Dang, bro, hold on. Cooper Kupp going crazy. Tackle. Oh my gosh, you cannot be serious. Then they go right back straight into the hurry up. Clock is ticking. You better hike that ball, Matthew. You better hike that ball. Thank you. Got them boys off the field just in time. No touchdown for you. Deep zone, 1st and 10. 4th quarter, no points being scored. I swear that's one of the only things I just dislike about Madden. There's no points being scored, and this is a common occurrence. What did they decide to do? He's either going to run a corner, so I'm going to play a little bit inside so I can play his hip if he does burst outside. Here he goes. Yep, there it goes. He ran it, but the ball didn't come our way, but I knew it. I predicted that route correctly. Just under a minute and a half. I'm predicting some kind of comeback or curl. Yep, I knew it. I should have just played it, bro, but you gotta play it safe, bro. I called it though. Hold on, 2 receivers, short side of the field. Give me a little cover 2 action, sinking deep on this. Run that curler, come back. I'm on it. They hit him with a whole shot, and they score a touchdown with less than a minute to go, bro. And then offense can't produce anything. And in my NFL regular season debut, I'm taking it hard, bro. I had 2 interceptions, put the ball back in the offense's hands, and they give us nothing. 1 tackle, but 2 interceptions, and we get repaid nothing for it, bro. Like, I stepped up big time, and we walk out of here with an L. It hurts, but we're gonna see how the remainder of the season plays out. One thing about the league I can honestly say I wasn't physically ready for was how insanely strong some of these tight ends and receivers are in the league. It's next level. But in the first half against the Bucks, I was locking things up in man coverage, holding it down for the most part on my side of the field. Teams in the league adjust to everything extremely fast. I've been playing off, trying to bait a bit, trying to make a play on defense. They got right on it. And I'm used to winning, going back to my 2 years at Oregon. So coming to the league and then being down 2 scores and offense can't do anything, I had to release my frustration somehow. And even in the fourth quarter, I'm playing completely out of character, got my eyes laser locked in on the back, coming down, making solo tackles. We take our 2nd consecutive loss already to kick off the season, but this week against the Bucks, it was just flat out embarrassing. The following week against the Cardinals, trying to shake this funk that the team is in. But early on in this one, I was struggling. Sloppy man technique, terrible trying to tackle after the catch, giving up a huge play. And in college, I noticed I always had an opportunity to make up for my mistakes when it came to catching picks or doing anything in coverage, but now you got to get active everywhere you can. But some of that Kyler Murray magic will be on display, hitting his tight end wide open in the end zone. He got hit but held on to the ball. They score first. 3rd consecutive loss, but this time around, look how dirty my quarterback is, getting absolutely manhandled. He's smiling, looking at the camera like, bro, I'm about to get heated. We get just destroyed by Arizona. The next week at home, the mission was clear: bring a win to this team, this organization we desperately needed for the morale and overall mental health of this team. It just feels like we got some of that throwback Lions bad luck, big play after big play, and then I'm getting absolutely destroyed by Jackson Smith and Jigba. And while I'm on the other side of the field strapping up my assignment, DK is getting wild, getting loose on the other side of the field. And even though I gave maximum effort, like I said, making plays, stepping up, doing things that are outside of what I normally do as a shutdown corner, the result stays the same. Well, to everyone's surprise, we didn't get absolutely obliterated in this one. We just lose our 4th straight game to kick off this year at home once again. Taking a look at our schedule, the next couple of games aren't going to get any easier, but bro, we score a total of 13 points in 4 games. This is unbelievable, and they're not targeting me. I'm not getting any action. I'm just out here getting cardio. Somehow, some way, by a miracle, we go to overtime with the Cowboys, get a safety, and pull off a win. And I actually got an interception for the first time in a couple of weeks. Thank the Lord. Back-to-back wins. Are you serious? We beat the Vikings on the road, and I had an interception on the day. I don't know how things are starting to turn around like this, but you love to see it. We're starting to pick things up. In a flat-out embarrassing day, we had to just sit on the sideline, didn't want to meet midfield, didn't want to shake hands, see no faces, nothing. We ended up doing it anyway. But dog, like just getting tore apart. 21-0, destroyed at home. For some reason, we just got the funk when we at the crib. Now it's time to lace it up in the rain against the Packers. We got to get into this one. 5 tackles, 4 picks on the season. Let's see if we can finish this one out strong. Bro, we're 7 games into the season, and we can still turn it around and have a fantastic playoff season, the playoff berth, all of the above with 10 more games to play. But if we keep dropping games, it's all going to go downhill completely. But we're on the road this week. They got a pretty solid run game. Where they going with this? They go with the pass. I'm getting absolutely routed. Oh, my God. I'm not going to lie. My eyes were in the backfield, and I just got dotted for a touchdown. That's all on me. I ain't gonna lie, I slipped up bad. But for once, offense actually went down to produce. We got a little cover 2 here. What are you going outside? He whipping it in. I'm surprised they didn't call me on that. And then he still got that ball off so late. A little more cover 2 action. I kind of want to switch out of this, but I'm going to play a little bit off just to give a little bit of cushion, see what they run here. He sat down. Oh, he got a pick on the other side of the field. An X Factor player 2. Who is that? I don't even know who that is, but that's a great play by my dog. Let's go. We needed that desperately too. Not sure how I just peeped this, but offense went and scored again. I don't know what got into them, but I love to see it. Man coverage. Let's see what we can do here. They go with a pass across the middle. 3rd and 13. I really want to be cautious of the curl. I got 3-2 right here. Hopefully he drops where he needs to be. Where's this going midfield? They going across. He can't get the ball off. We get them boys off the field. We got the ball back to start to have offense produce yet another touchdown. That's a great sign, bro. I don't know what it is on the road too. We just perform, bro. But man coverage here, he goes quick out. I got murdered on. Bro, my man coverage technique is just sloppy today. Little cover 2 action. Get all our picks in this formation. He audibling. I wonder what he calling. On drop. Quick out, they go up the field. He's wide open. I either had to sink or come down, and I decided to go downhill, and they pick up a big play. I got to pick up on their tendencies, though. They continuously go with this tight formation. I got to see what they run out of this and make a play, and then they score. This game is far from over with an entire quarter to play, only down to score. We got to tighten up. Today, one of them days, bruh. I'm not going to lie. They're going for a 2-point, as a matter of fact. They kind of need it to pick. What? No reaction, I'm right there. Bro, there's no way. Come on, bro. We escape by the wee hair on our chinny chin chins. A 2-point win over Green Bay on the road. A victory is a victory, and I definitely played the furthest thing from my best game. Oh, but my days as a corner would get no easier. The following week, going up against Tank Dell, Stephon Diggs, Nico Collins, just a star-studded offense. But early on, we started out by locking things down. There was ever a question on how locked in I was. You'd be crazy to ask that, bro. I'm completely dialed in. Man coverage on Tank from the slot, swatting his ball down. Dominating on defense, especially from the corner position against players like this, offensive weapons like this. This is what makes a great player legendary over time. I knew from the jump, going to Tank deep up the field using his elite speed and ability to just get up the field, they try to take advantage of me and I'm not going for it. Failed opportunity before, but this time we cash in. You split your running back out wide, put Tank in the slot while I'm in a deep zone and I'm baiting it up. That's free cash money all day. Caught the pick, stood up, hit the robot. My confidence is through the roof. Being nearly perfect in zone, then switching that and now being nearly perfect in man, I'd have struggles when it comes to this zone coverage out of nowhere. And I really wouldn't even call it struggles. I just didn't make the play when it mattered. Red zone action, they're marching their way down. They're trying to take over this game. And a tight but very much needed victory is secured. 8-1 Houston, probably the best record in the NFL, and we take them down here. And I finished the day with 2 amazing interceptions. Me and my position coach had a discussion preseason. What would be my goal for the year? We agreed on at least 6 interceptions just to clip stat, and it just so happened I also lead the entire league as a rookie in that department. One big play in Jacksonville was immediately in the red zone. We're back at home, so you know how things go. We're trying to change the course of history and not completely get destroyed at the crib. Brian Thomas is young, but he's very elite from the receiver position. Already has a touchdown on the day, but not a big catch on me. No sir, I'm all over that, blowing them up, making them drop the ball. But picking up his second touchdown, once again, not my responsibility. Short distance, he gets 2 in the first half. It's looking ugly for us right now. He's doing it single-handedly. But my dog, Brian Branch, coming through in the clutch. Guarding Brian, as a matter of fact. Brian on Brian action. He gets the interception, takes it back for a pick 6. We needed that so bad. Let's go, my dog. But we managed to get a 1-point win over the Jags, one of the worst teams in the league. We needed this. It was at home. Let's go. The following week against Michael Pittman and his coach, Anthony Richardson at quarterback, we were locking things up for the most part. Tie game 7-7 in the first quarter, but this second half is going to heat up. And then I get completely aired by another receiver on the other side. Smaller, quicker guy. Tried to bait it up, thinking it's college. Anthony Richardson put the perfect amount of air on this ball. I get absolutely blurred. And our secondary is getting absolutely toasted. Another touchdown on the board. Now up 2 scores just here in the first half with time to spare. As a team, we lost. But individually, I got absolutely destroyed. Dismantled. My confidence is shot. I don't even know where my head is right now. I'm having a pretty solid rookie season, but today was just, I don't even know, dog. I'm screwed up mentally. And then the following week, just getting absolutely destroyed. Busted coverage. My guy was supposed to be back here. I'm supposed to be right underneath. He's nowhere to be found. We get torn to shreds off the rip against Chicago. Not sure what it is, but these last couple of weeks have just been a nightmare. On top of my head, did everything I can, got back into position, had to step and get just babied head top by a great receiver. They marched their way all the way down the field after I give up a huge play. DeAndre Swift walks his way into the end zone. They take the lead right here. We ended up going to overtime with Chicago. We had them down to a 4th down stop. They took a field goal, missed, but on defense, they took a fumble back to the crib, put a touchdown on the board. We lose here at the crib. Once again, we go to overtime, this time at home. I cannot believe I'm saying this, but we get a dub. And I don't remember if we beat the Packers the last time we played them or not. I believe we did, but we get a win on the day. Taking a look at the playoff picture, we're nowhere to be found, of course, and I'm not sure how the remainder of the season is going to play out. We've been really up and down, very streaky, plenty of talent, but we just can't live up to it. And the up and downers of the season continues, taking a loss to Buffalo at the crib. But then against Chicago, I stepped up, had a huge play, caused a forced fumble on Caleb Williams, putting the ball back in our offense's hands early in this game. And there's just some kind of fire in my belly, bro. For the second time in a single game, 2 forced fumbles, bro. 2 of them, not 1, but 2. I'm lighting these Bears offensive players up every time I can. I can't even say offensive players right. And we're displaying pure dominance for the first time in what feels like forever. I come away with the interception, my 7th of my rookie year. And a pick in the very back of the end zone, already up, 2 scores would seal it up against the Bears. We get a win on the road and a snowy one at that. And the next week, a 3-point lead over the Vikings at home. The final game of the season, I get an interception, one in a very long time. Beautiful to put something else on the stat sheet. Offense hangs up nearly 30 points, or as a team, we hang up nearly 30, a 10-point win to cap off the season. We do finish positive with 9 wins, and I had a pick on the day. We fell about a game or 2 shy of a wild card spot. Pretty disappointing season, but for my rookie year as a corner, it's pretty solid. A lot of low moments, but for the most part, put up some pretty solid numbers. Kind of blows my mind you can lead the league in picks and still not make it as a Pro Bowler, even at the 4th spot, which is crazy. I'm not even a starter, a reserve, backup, nothing. But on the bright side, which was pretty expected, I did win Defensive Rookie of the Year. 40 total tackles on the year, 8 interceptions. Wish I would at least got 2 more to be in that double-digit range. 10 or more would have been nice, but I also had 2 forced fumbles. Both came in the same game. No pick sixes on the year, though. A really good rookie season for the most part. We picked it up towards the back end as a team, started winning some games, ended up going over 500, so I can't complain in that department. But as my career goes on, season after season, year after year, I want to continue to grow, get better, sharpen my game, and become the greatest cornerback to ever do it. And that's going to be a tough task, but I'm up for it. On that note, the next time you see me, I may be in year 3, maybe 5, maybe year 10. I might be a Hall of Famer retired with a whole entire family. Who knows? But I appreciate y'all tapping in with me. KJ Franks III is out.